Yeah. Hey, welcome to the Paige Family Homestead. I'm Andy. We're making cowboy candy today. This is one we made from last year. It's got red peppers in it and still good, like awesome. But we don't have red peppers today, so we're just doing jalapenos. Now, I'm going to cut up the jalapenos about a quarter of an inch. If you can see that, about that thick.
Oh, let me bring you in. Okay.
About that thick?
Yeah, I can't touch these.
No, I know it. Yeah, Peggy can't touch these because she's allergic to peppers. So they're all mine. Anyway, I'm wearing gloves because last time I went and scratched my face. Oh, I burnt. And rubbed my eyes too. You can take the seeds out if you want, but it really doesn't matter because this isn't hot. Like cowboy candy's not hot at all. It's got a sweet flavor to it. I love it. It's great. So.
I think it's hot. I tried it.
Oh, you think everything's hot.
I paid for it, but I did try it. We usually have more brine than what's required. So I can the brine as well. It's a water bath process. And then we have the brine for Andy's barbecue meals outside if he wants to add a little sweetness and heat to a dish. So we have no brine left to make into our new brine. Usually we do. But we used it all up.
I've got about close to 4 pounds of jalapenos here that I'm going to be cutting up.
That's perfect because the recipe calls for 3 pounds. And once you cut the ends off, we're going to be close enough to that.
Yep.
And some are bigger than others, so.
Yeah, that's right.
The guys go crazy over this stuff. You bring a jar of this out on the table. There's no manners. I mean, we're talking guys anyway.
Actually, you should pass me a fork. I'm going to try these bad boys.
Would you like a fork?
Yes, please, ma'am.
How's this for a fork?
There we go, thank you.
Look, it's a little tiny one.
Not a man tool. That's too small. Wouldn't even fit in your hand. Look at it. I got to go like this. Oh. Oh, it's good.
Well, we thought we were out, but we're packing up the pantry even more, and I found 4 jars in the back.
Oh,
so he's like, hoo-hoo.
Mine.
Sorry, Chris, Dad won't share. But he's making new ones.
Ignore the girl with the camera.
Can you move that? Thank you.
Oh yeah, it's still hot, but not bad. It's got a nice bite to it.
I told you it was hot. I get blisters, so the little taste, I get a blister. It's not worth it. But I had to know. I mean, you know, I'm making it.
Okay, I'll bring you back as soon as I get all these cut up.
Hi. So Andy was nice enough. Here we go. A full container of jalapeno peppers. Now, we made them, oh God, I think this is our 4th time making them.
Yep.
Since we found this recipe. They are good. The last time we made them, at the end of the season, we ran out of jalapeno peppers. They were really hard to grow for us last year. And we had to substitute with some hot banana peppers and red peppers. So there was a little variety of them in the jar, but his favorite was the original recipe. So he was lucky enough to be able to find them. And so I'm going to put them up for him because it might be a long time before he sees those again. We just got word that our Canadian Tire is a automotive, household, garden center, all things. A major stop for getting your plants if you don't have your seeds. They're closing tonight at midnight because seeds in gardens aren't essential. However, there are the large nurseries are doing door-to-car service. Let them know what you want, they bring it to you. So if you don't have your seeds, you got that going for you. You can go ahead and get that in here. So we got just over 4 cups, I think, of the jalapeno, right?
Right.
Or do you think just under 4? Maybe?
I've got no idea.
I think it's just under 4. It's over 3, which is what the recipe calls for. But it's going to be fine. It's not like you don't mind them stuffed in there, right?
Nope.
So we have equal parts sugar to equal parts liquid. I have 4 cups of apple cider vinegar, 2 cups of water, and here we've got, ooh, the sinful ingredient, 6 cups of sugar. Yeah, this is why it's called Cowboy Candy.
Candy.
And I don't think there's a man alive that isn't going to sit there and drool right now. I know one of my ex-coworkers, Anthony, he's going to die. He used to drool when we talked about this. But Andy's going to feel better knowing he's got all this in the...
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to keep, this needs to dilute. They asked for a cup of cornstarch, or sorry, corn syrup. We don't use corn syrup, so I substituted with a cup of honey. Yes, I know bringing it to the boiling point is going to take away the medicinal properties of the honey, but for this recipe, I'm using it to help stop the crystallization of the sugar in the jars. So it's in there. I'm going to let this all dissolve and come to a boil, and I'll bring you back when we got it there. Okay, so it's come to a nice rolling boil. I turned it down just a wee little bit. It's coming back up. I let it boil for about 2 minutes, and now I'm just going to carefully throw these in. And I'm going to bring them, I hate to touch.
Don't touch.
I know. I'm going to bring them back. Sometimes the vapors get me too.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring them back up to a boil for, I'm going to let them boil 3 minutes. And then I'm going to, like, I have to bring them to the boil. I'm going to give them a good rolling boil for 3 minutes. And then I'm going to turn the heat off and let them sit for 15 minutes. So while that's going down, it's going to take a while before this comes back up. While that's happening, I've already got my jars washed in hot soapy water, rinsed. They were put into the cold oven and brought up to temperature at 225. They will have been in there 15 minutes by the time this catches up. This is a hot water bath. Easiest thing in the world. So yes, I'm using my canner, but notice the lid. Steal from Peter to pay Paul. Right? One lid to another. It's now a hot water bath. That's why I'm saying if you're going to get into canning, buy a pressure canner. Because that's what this is too, by the way. It's a nice thick pot, so I use it for, you know, my things I can squirt.
Multi-purpose pot.
Yes. And it's still my canner. I mean, I get 3 of them rocking. You wait. So we're going to do a hot water bath. Because it is in pints, I believe it's a 15-minute water bath. I will check my book and I'll come back and let you know. So I'm going to leave this now. When it boils, I'll set my timer for 3 minutes. And then I'm going to turn it off and let it sit for 15. At that point, 1 jar at a time. The water's cooking. It's getting hot. The product is hot. The jars are hot. The lids and the rings are hot. And we're going to do water bath for canning. Noticed in the other video everything was cold. This is hot pack. Doesn't take long at all. So I'll bring you back when we're ready to throw them in the jar. Oh, I'm melting. Now this did bother me a little bit. These are hot, very hot jars. You know what I need? Yeah. You know what I need is if you ever see them in the dollar store, pick them up. They look like they're like 3 of these, and you can like hold your jar with it, like, you know. I need that. I need that. I need that. Okay, so I always put just first a little liquid. My jar's hot, obviously. See how I'm handling it. Put a little liquid first. That way it makes it debubble easier, because we will be debubbling. I've got 6 jars or more ready. I'm being hopeful. Look at this. It's so cool. They sell them on Amazon. It's a rip-off. Mine cracked so fast, and I'm not really mean with them. But we picked this one up where?
Dollar store.
Yeah. Same thing. It's made from Betty Crocker. Does the same thing. Has a really nice deep cup in it. I love that. So we're going to take this 1/2 inch from the top. It's a very sugary syrup.
Oh,
so we
nice.
will be washing our jars. I'm going to put you back. I'll come back. I forgot to get my vinegar ready for I'll be right back. Hot jars, hot content. I really want to make sure. You don't have to worry so much about the sides. I try to get them if I see something, but I'm not worried about it because it's going in the hot water bath, and once they're sealed, I do remove the rings and I wash them, so I'm not really concerned. But if you see it, take it off. If you don't sweat it, right? Just relax and enjoy your canning session. Hot lids, we are water bathing, so the different rules apply. Hot rings. Finger tight. My water, if I was to put this into a cold water bath, we'd possibly lose the bottom of our jar. So I'm just going to put that in here. It's hot water. The bubbles you see are just air escaping. And the water should be at least 2 inches above the top of the jar. So as we put it in, the water level's going to rise because there's more weight in the jars, right? I'll do one more with you. And then I'm just going to whip through these and not bore you with it. I really do want that holder. I just got to find it.
That what, sorry?
That special holder for the
Oh,
jars. Yeah. Put a little bit of liquid in the bottom. Ah, that's what I forgot to do. I'll have to take that one back out. Seriously,
what?
I did not debubble. Should be okay, but I'll take a look at it. It's pretty liquidy. I do as I say, don't do as I do. I don't like that. And debubble. So I'm just making sure there's no air trapped inside the jar. It needs a little bit more liquid. Remember, we want it as close to 1/2 inch headspace as we can. We're almost there. Again, we're going to wipe the rim because this is a very sugary syrup. There's more sugar than anything in there. Well, no, it's equal parts, but whoa, 1 to 1. So Andy, how much do you love me?
Love you.
Yeah. Cowboy Candy love?
Yep.
Okay. Finger tight. And into the hot canner it goes. I'm going to get the rest of my jars done. I'll bring you back when they're all in the canner and I'll let you know how many we have. We are going to process these at 15 minutes for pints. It was 10 minutes for the tester jars, like the 1/2 pints, the jelly jars. But we're going to do it for 15 for the pints. So I'll bring you back when they're all in the canner, all right? 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 7 pints, exactly. Not even a jalapeno left. Not even a tablespoon of broth left. It worked perfectly. So, 7 jars of heaven for you, baby. So I got the water up on 8. And it's starting to boil, but that's not the boil I want right now. Still just executing water from the jar, or air from the jars. So I'm going to let that come up to a little stronger of a boil. I'll set my timer for 15 minutes. At that point, I will turn the heat off. Let this just sit for maybe 5 minutes. And then I would remove my lid and let some of the steam come out. Let it sit 5 minutes. And then I can pull them out and Andy can be all rejoicing. Okay, so gonna let that come to a boil. Set my timer for 15. We'll bring you back when we're pulling those babies out. Okay, my cameraman is busy and I don't want to interrupt him. We're starting to pack and he's doing a heavy job upstairs. You can hear that thing just a-rocking. It's boiling away. I do have it on number 7. The timer has finished. It's now on 0. I'm just going to let this sit for 5 minutes. Then I'll take the lid and just kind of move it half over for another 5 minutes. And I'll bring this back when we do the unveiling. Alright, I got my cameraman back and the job's done. Good
I'm back.
So we got 19 seconds. Shall we wait? We're fine. So I'm going to leave them here for 12 to 24 hours. You're going to have to wait. Now these are, the longer you keep them, the better they're going to taste, okay? Just like your pickles. Try not to tip the jars. Look at that. Look at that. That's what happy husbands are made out of right there.
That's it right there, folks. Take a look. You can all see that.
And it did bother me a little bit, my breathing, the vapors, but I should have, there I go tipping that jar again. See, I teach you guys not to do it. It's just instinct.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Oh, it's,
Oh, there's
listen.
two.
That right there is the Symphony Orchestra for canners. It excites me to no end to hear that pop. Yeah. So you got 7 pints, baby.
Wow, nice.
Look at that water everywhere. Oh,
Yeah.
there they go again. There they
Oh,
go.
Gotta like that.
I do. I seriously do. Just moving that back a wee bit. And it also takes the water off.
That's those motorcycles out there. They're
Uh,
teasing me.
Is it motorcycles or hot
Yeah,
rods?
no, it's motorcycles.
Okay, there we have it. So,
Whoa,
the
nice.
water bothers you, just let the water go away. It's seriously just going to evaporate. So there we have it. Oh, well, this one's not that full. So you will be opening this one first, okay?
Okay, yeah, I see the weight at
And
the bottom.
the liquid in this, it's liquid gold. He loves it. A little bit of it on his roast when it's cooking. Oh my Lord. Ooh, I wonder if you could even marinate some
Jerky.
jerky in it.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
That'd be good.
Now, if one of them does not seal, don't worry. It's 1-to-1 ratio. It's a nice thick syrup. The sugar's going to preserve it. Just put it in your fridge. It'll keep. It's got to keep for like 3 months, all that sugar, right? It won't last that long, trust me.
No, once you open that up, it's gone.
I think you can start enjoying them between 3 and 6 weeks for their full
Yep.
potential around there.
I've got 2 other jars. Anyway, how many other jars?
I think
4?
you got 3 left. One's in
Okay.
the fridge and 3 in the pantry.
See, life's good.
Yeah. Okay, so he eats them with crackers and cream cheese or just
Yeah.
off the fork.
Or, if you have a sausage on a bun.
Oh,
Ooh, yeah.
see, I don't know these things. I can't enjoy them.
No, you can't enjoy it. You have no idea. None.
If you haven't subscribed, please do. We have lots more coming. The season's just beginning, and so is our move. Oh, God, I hope so. Okay, give us a thumbs up, subscribe. Please comment, ring the bell, make sure you're getting all. Some people are dropping off. All right? Thanks, and... Oh, you don't need this kind of stuff. You know those big Dutch kettles you make your soup in? If you don't have this kind of outfit for a hot water bath, don't fret. Use whatever pot/kettle you have. And you never put the jars on the bottom, remember? You have a trivet, put them on that. You can do this. It's hot water bathing. 2 inches water above the jars. Follow the directions. See you next time.